everyone, it's Philip again from the AntiBSGroup. As you all know, I'm doing a bunch of videos on a lot of different issues. I do what I do that I call the bullshit out when I see it. Um, so I know I did a video this a couple days ago about the robocalls, all this. I've been looking at a lot of the reports, watching a bit more of the few of the new YouTube videos, other videos here on YouTube about it. I mean, gathering a bit more information about it, and a lot of what I'm seeing is kind of fucked up. Um, a lot of the evidence that the NDP and the Liberals are coming forward with makes absolutely no fucking sense. Um, so yeah, it's kind of hard to talk about this. But what I see is just like, what the fuck is going on here? This makes no sense. There's a lack of critical thinking going on all sides. I'm not saying just liberals, NDP. I'm saying it's also going on with conservative supporters. Uh, I mean, they say, oh, you know what? You know what? It could be any of the parties. We don't have. Yes, okay. They've been. Rock 9 has been tied with conservatives, been tied with Rock 9. Okay. Does that mean the conservatives are responsible? No. It could be that this information's evidence, so-called evidence, has been fabricated, which I would not put past people who think, oh, we'll do this, say it's conservatives will be forced if they win the election, majority or whatever, they win another minority government. We can use this to push another contempt charge and get them booted in another election so we have another chance at taking power again, which is possible. So I mean, I honestly don't know, like honestly, what the Liberals or DP or Green or Bloc. I don't think it's Green Party. Green, I mean, they're pretty. I think they're pretty ethical in the Green Party. Usually, you'll find me talking very bad with the Green Party, but in this case, I can't. I mean, I don't think they had anything to do with this. But it could also be we have the Bloc Québécois who were crushed that last election, 2000 May 2nd election. They basically lost a good chunk of their seats to 4 seats, I believe is the number they have. So, could the Bloc be responsible? It's possible. We don't know. You never know. The investigation, oh, it's tied to conservatives. Okay. That's what Election Canada says. Do I believe that? Yes and no. I believe it's possible. But right now, all the evidence they have against conservatives is basically outclassified as circumstantial. So I mean, I'm not in the bloody mood. I'm not in the mood for a lot of bullshit. I don't take bullshit very well lately. I've seen a lot of bullshit from NDP supporters, Liberal supporters, anybody who disagrees with Stephen Harper, doesn't like Stephen Harper, has hate for Stephen Harper. You know what? I'm equal opportunity. If you fuck up, I'll call you on it. NDP, Stephen Harper, doesn't matter who you are, I'll call you on your fuck up. I don't care what party you are. Even if I'm your supporter, I'll still call you on your fuck ups. That's just how I am. If I keep quiet on issues, it's usually because I'm trying to form my own opinion on the matter. Which says, I had one comment on Facebook from, let's see, is it more startling? Here from Evangeline Zambali. Here's what this lady, this person said to me: Joseph, you're being a diehard conservative supporter. You being a diehard conservative supporter will make you stupid in defending them. Your Conservative Party found guilty in RoboCall scandal. They haven't been found guilty. They have been accused. There's difference. Last election, there are too many complaints about this RoboCall, and they're just giving attention about this problem. You're getting so dumb and dumber if you're blaming the liberals behind all the problems that was created. Shake your head, buddy, once in a while. Sorry, Evangeline. My response to her actually was, I guess you lack any critical thinking skills as you haven't questioned the media reports on this or any of the manufacturer scandals of the past few years. There is also no solid proof that the conservatives had anything to do with it as of yet. If the conservatives are found to have done this, I will discredit those that are responsible. My gut tells me that it is likely that the liberals are behind this travesty of justice, but we will just have to wait. By the way, I'm not a diehard conservative supporter, as you call me. I am someone who believes in a stronger, not a weaker Canada. Um, how can I truly? How can we basically just say, okay, liberals did this, liberals? It's a lot of back and forth. I'm guilty of it sometimes. I admit it. I'm not perfect. Conservatives are not perfect. Liberals are not perfect. NDP is not perfect. But to go around and falsely accuse somebody is also a travesty of justice. Guy Paul Morin, for as an example, was falsely accused of murder years ago. Okay, I mean I don't see how people say, "Oh, the liberals say, oh, they're all for truth and justice." Yet they actually threw this guy in jail, and it was under a liberal prime minister at the time, I believe. Yet the liberals seem to think like, oh, it's conservatives are the evil party. They're trying to bring undemocratic dictatorship type changes to Canada. I mean, there's people saying, oh, we. I mean, can this mean Bill C-10 and C-30 are going to be repelled, or repealed, or whatever? It's like, you know what? The crime bill, I'm kind of, as some people know, I'm kind of on the wall on a lot of parts of it. There's a few parts of it I do strongly support. Um, I do it based on facts. As you know, I'm big on gun control, firearm gun control issues, so I'm well versed in those issues. And so people, oh, you know what you're talking about, you don't know what you're talking about, you're just in that job. Well, no, I'm not. Like my last video about the prepping for disaster, I go my philosophies, and I did my philosophies in that video. So I mean, I cannot, and I do not understand why people continue to say, "Oh, conservatives are all wrong for Canada. We don't need their conservative values, the ideological values." Well, don't the liberals have ideological values as well? Don't the NDP have ideological values as well? Yes, all the parties do. All the political spectrum, and here's how I see it. This is how I see it. Is they have all their own values. Liberals, their tax and spend. That's their ideological values. They want raise taxes, cut defense, right down, and only sell on peacekeeping. NDP is similar, but they're in bed with the unions, the NDP. Which is also hurting the country as a whole economically. We can blame a lot of economic problems in Canada and the U.S. on unions. Recently, the Power Motive place in London shut down due to unions saying no, we don't want to take any pay cuts. I've been happy with a $22 an hour job. I'd be happy with that. Yet these guys won't take it. I agree with the employees, but at the same time, we're in an economic downturn right now. So I mean, you can't really say, okay, do this, this, this. You can't say, oh, fight for this, fight for this. Like, you know what? We have to cut the fat somewhere. I mean, if I was making $45, $50 an hour, and the company comes to me and says, oh, we need to, like, would you be willing to cut your pay in half so you could still keep your job? I'd be like, you know what? Yeah. I mean, I have no problems with that. They'll say the company, you'll still have a job. I say yes. I mean, making $50 an hour, I'm gonna have the money. I'd still be living very frugally. So I'll be putting half that paycheck when I get home. Guess what? It's going either to half it's 45. So that, I mean, I'll be saving less, but you know what? At the same time, I'm still taking $25 an hour, 40 hours. That's quite a bit of money. That's sheesh. So 10 times 45 is 450 hour, $450 or $250 in 10 hours. So you're looking at about $200 a day if you're in an 8-hour shift. So that's $1,000 gross each week. Just ballpark $25. Okay, an example is $50. Um, I mean, yeah, it's kind of people don't understand a lot of this stuff issues that goes on. They think, oh, the liberal way is the only way to go, or the conservative way is the only way to go. I look at all of them. As you may know, I personally do not like Pierre Elliott Trudeau or his son Justin Trudeau. I personally cannot stand those two. I cannot stand. I don't. There's a lot of what Pierre Trudeau did that's still harming Canada today. Justin's a little fool. Pat Martin, and NDP, is a complete utter idiot. He's a jack off, fuck up, cock sucking asswipe, if you ask me. But he's too arrogant, self centered for Pat Martin. He thinks, oh, I'm NDP, I'm right. Oh, you're conservative, you're wrong. That's not what I get from him. When you drop that F bomb in Parliament and Twitter, I think it's the only one that was like one of the few people that said the guy should fucking resign. I get slammed for it, for speaking my mind. So, oh, you're wrong. He had ever to say it. It's like, oh, so if a conservative party, a conservative MP, were to say the same thing, you'd be on his case, asking for his resignation. Case in point, the Helena Gurgis incident PI a few years ago. What happened? She was booted from Parliament. All this. Who asked for her resignation? Let me think. I think it was NDP at the time, the Liberals. Hypocritical action on their part. For that, in that particular case instance. So I mean, it's getting to the point now where I cannot trust mainstream media. I kind of question their reports. I stopped reading Toronto Star. I'll admit, I'll read the odd article that I find interesting. I mean, if the headline is catchy and sounds interesting, I'll read the article. But generally speaking, I won't read the mainstream media. If it's on Facebook and I see I get the Globe Mail. I don't Toronto Star yet. I haven't done Toronto Star yet, but Globe Mail, Huffington Post, they get their reports all the time. Sun News Network as well. I have more faith with Sun News, honestly, of being pillars of the truth, more truthful. They may be ideological, but I mean, I see a lot more unbiased. If the Christians screw up, they'll report it. If the liberals screw up, they'll report it. They're not biased. I find CBC is kind of biased towards Liberal NDP. That's what I find. I mean, it might not be the case for most people, but I know that's how I find them. Overall, I mean, me, as you know, I'm big on the gun control issue, like I already said. But overall, we cannot let partisanship play part in our politics in Canada. That's just what happened with the minority government. The partisanship is what screwed Canada when we had minorities for the last few years, for the 4 years. 4 or 5 years prior to this majority government for the Conservatives. I mean, I'll tell you this, what I've noticed, there's really been multiple fabricated, manufactured, or other types of scandals created by the Liberal Party when they were in power. They kind of deferred it to the Conservative government to deal with. Case in point, the detainee issue with Afghanistan itself. I mean, I think Steve Harper did a masterful job dealing with the Afghanistan issue. Um, After he was first elected in 2006, I believe was when he was first elected, within days of winning that election, be the prime minister, he went to Afghanistan to visit the troops. I have a very long memory. People don't realize this. Some people have said like, "How do you remember that shit? All that information?" It's like I don't know. I just I'm head's filled with useless facts and figures, facts and information. Um, it's like it's. I mean, defense wise, um, the whole issue is kind of screwy. Everybody says all soldiers are wrong. They're warmongers. They're neocons, neo-fascists. Well, you know what? Your comments like that make you come out and appear to be exactly what you're calling conservatives. The conservatives are not neo-fascists. They're not neo-Nazis. They're not any of this. They are driven to make Canada a strong, healthy country. They can't do that if they're being second guessed by the opposition parties or by the citizens. They were elected by a majority government with 39.4% of the vote, I believe, which was the which is a majority vote because basically there's the states about 40% and there's 60%. Okay, out of that 60%, you have 30% voted NDP, about 20% Liberal, about 5-6% Bloc, and 1 to 2% Bloc. Sorry, and the remainder was independent or other. Okay, I forget the number. I think it was 170 or 100 whatever seats. Yeah, 160, 170 seats, I believe, conservatives. 102 NDP, 30 something Liberal, 4 Bloc, 1 NDP, 1 Green, and I think 1 Independent Other. Okay, so Green NDP or Green and Other are there, are equal. I believe. That's from memory. Don't hold me to the numbers exactly, because I'm probably off by a few. Um, I mean, if anybody were to, let's say, in this robocall scandal, I mean, personally, who would have the most to gain? The Liberals, Conservatives, NDP, or Bloc? Well, I think they all had something to gain by it. Honestly, if you look at it, like they all had something to gain. The means, motive, and opportunity. Conservatives had the means, they had motives, and they worked with the company, but that doesn't give them the opportunity. The NDP and Liberals also had the means, the motive to do it. So means and motive. I mean, you just have to say something's a conservative party, boom, this is the building information. It would have happened. It could happen. I'm not saying this is what happened, but the evidence is too not clear cut. It's too circumstantial. There's proof that the Guelph Conservative Communications Director called the CEO of Rack 9. I mean, I don't buy that. That could be fabricated information. Honestly. Shit happens, mistakes are made, blah, blah, blah. An ad for Stephen Harper could have been released by anybody. I would have put past anyone, any of the opposition parties. Because you can tell by the election was the contempt charge honestly was fraudulent in itself, which forced the election, and which is what caused the election itself. So I mean, I don't know really what's going on here. So I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's really I don't really know what's going on, and we don't really know what's going on. Truly, what's really happened behind the scenes for this whole scandal? In and out scandal. Yeah, sure, okay, the conservatives got caught, but at the same token, the liberals were did this too as well. I'm not saying that what the conservatives did was right. I'm just saying, you know what? Conservatives did this as well. How come they're not being punished? I'm questioning that. Why weren't the liberals punished if you knew about if they knew about this? Okay, I don't think the liberals. They just want power. They think they're the natural governing party of Canada. Um, so I mean, critical thinking interview, critical thinking skills are lacking on all sides. There's not enough evidence to either support or reject the claims from the opposite parties by the conservatives. There's no proof that anything has happened other than it happened. There's no proof of who did it. Uh, that has been released to date that I know of. So, I mean, if you see this video and you say, okay, well, this is what happened, blah, 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 send me sources, raw sources from independent news or um, wire services, okay, like AP, Associated Press, place like that. So, I mean, on that point, I'm going to end the video. We're 22 minutes right now, so we're 22 minutes, 4 minutes. I'm going to call it quits, call this video over, and hope to see you guys, talk to you guys soon. Have yourselves a great day. I know, a second video today. Hope all is well. Have fun. Enjoy your rest of your day and afternoon. Thank you. Goodbye.